to like you 10 times more for you to truly be in a happy relationship, okay? Or in a beneficial relationship. Think about it. If they don't, then what are you doing? They have to light up when you walk in the room. They have to smile with your presence. They have to get giddy like a schoolboy when they see you or when they talk to you. You know what I'm saying? It can't be any other way.
Wait a minute.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
I'm trying to just make sense of this purely off of the fact that her message actually makes women very unlikable. So how in the hell can you sit over here and say that the man has to like you 10 times more than you like him, but your teachings and your message makes women very unlikable? I don't know, but we're going to see what this is about. Let's get into it. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I came across a video by Chantel Simone. Shout out to Chantel. She did a video covering the Sprinkle Sprinkle Lady once again. This time, a male TikToker who goes by the name of Hefe, if I believe so, because I've reacted to several of his videos also. And he said something in the response of what you saw in the intro. But before we get to that, um, we'll let the rest of that play. Obviously, I'm going to share my thoughts on it as well and then see what other people had to say as well. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this foolishness.
If they're not like that, I don't want it. Okay? Remember, they gotta like you 10 times more. 10. Not 5, not 6, not 7, but 10. 10 times more. Oh, y'all are gonna learn. Let me tell y'all. If a man likes you 10 times more, they're not gonna care if you respond to them emotionally or not for a while. They're not going to care if you don't respond to certain things for a while because they like you that much. So they're more patient with you. They're more able to reach your standards. They're going to do what it takes because they like you that much. But a man who only likes you like this much, or maybe two times as much, he's going to give it a try for a second. And if he feels like it's not getting anywhere soon, then he's on to the next. But he did like you. And if he sees you again, he might talk to you. He might call you. He might ghost you and then come back a couple of weeks later and say, hey, what are you doing, to see if his absence has made you grow fonder. But if it hasn't, then, dismiss. You said, what if he hates you? Then go find someone who likes you 10 times more. The information don't change, ma'am. Whether if somebody don't like you or not, there's always somebody out there that's gonna like you 10 times more. Always.
So, in other words, let me translate this womanese that this Sprinkle Sprinkle lady is saying. Basically, what she's saying is that you should deal with a man that likes you way more than you like them, so that way you can be able to get away with everything under the sun, and you can act like a spoiled brat child, and he's not going to have any type of self-respect or speak up for himself, and you're going to be able to walk all over him. Because that's what a woman idea is of being in control of the relationship, along with all the other manipulation and shaming and guilt tactics that they like to use to try to make men move the way they want to move. And I'm gonna let y'all know something right now. This type of advice can backfire, especially in today's climate and with social media and everybody having a platform and a channel talking about this shit. Men know the play, bro. Men know why y'all are giving this type of advice out. We're not fucking dumb. I'm gonna let you know right now, and there are men out there that will make the argument that it really should be the other way around. Um, I'm not gonna make that argument, but I highly disagree with this because I just know that it can end up really bad because those are the type of men that if you try to play that game long enough, they're like a volcano. That shit could build up, and then next thing you know what I mean, you getting your head bashed in because he just fed the fuck up because you just kept poking the bear and poking the bear, and then eventually he let loose and he got tired. So yeah, man. Yeah, y'all can take sprinkle advice all you want, but I'm letting you know right now, just like when it comes to only dealing with men for money, man, this type of advice, oh, is bro, it can lead women down a path that they don't want nothing to do with.
You see, and this is why I said in previous videos, women who are so obsessed with men liking them more are women who bring no value to the relationship.
I said what I said.
And she exposed it right there because basically you're supposed to sit there, you're supposed to not do anything, you're supposed to not even satisfy his emotional needs. A basic thing that you can do in a relationship is satisfy your partner's emotional needs. Not even that you can't do, and the man's supposed to still sit there and tolerate it. These women are looking for men that they can manipulate, men who don't have no self-respect, who have no self-esteem, men who are just so desperate for a woman that no matter how poorly she treats them, he will stay. And if we look at the black community, that's how black women raise their sons, to tolerate disrespect. No matter how poorly black women treat black men, they should still save the community, black men.
Man, this is some
Yeah.
Men act better when they love you more, and y'all taking it wrong because it sounds bad. No, men act better when they like you, and a lot of you haven't been around men that genuinely like you. I'm sorry to say it, a lot of you have been around men that acted like they like you, act like they want to be with you just to get the kitty cat. So now,
Exactly. Because a lot of these women are unlikable.
your favorite love guru tells you the advice to make sure you're with a man that loves you more than you love him. That way you know he's always going to act right. Meaning you will always know you have control in that relationship. Because if you truly like that man as much as he liked you, would that ever be a talking point? Would you ever sit up there and get married to someone and your vows say, yeah, babe, I'm with you because you love me more than I love you? How does that sound actually saying that out loud? And the better part is, I know for damn, if your son was with the woman and you could tell that he was putting in more effort, you could tell that he loved that woman more than she loved him, and that's something you can tell by looking at a relationship, you would have a talk with your son and say, make sure she's loving you the correct way, the same way you love her.
Now, I had to stop it right here because I've emphasized this before because women like this seem to have all these rules for men, but and for real, it makes me wonder, man. Does Shira Seven have kids? Does Shira Seven have a son or sons? And what advice? And if she does, what advice is she giving them? And would she be content with her sons being with a woman that they like way more than the woman liking them? Because I could tell you this from experience, and this is one of the reasons why I'm so grateful that I have the mom that I have. Because I've told the story before about how she said to never be with a woman who can't cook. I remember in particular, her and my auntie was in the kitchen. They both had this conversation. She was like, they were making banana nut bread or some shit like that. And what my mom does is, you know how most people don't like to eat the end of the loaves of bread, right? Typically that first piece and that last piece, you don't really eat those pieces like that. What my mom likes to do is she saves those pieces and she uses it to make banana nut bread. She was like, yeah, all you need is this, and this. She was like, Jerome, if you meet a woman and she doesn't even know how to make this, don't even waste your time on her. And then there was another situation back when I was still dating in the States and I was dealing with this one woman and I had the nerve to let her borrow my car along with a whole bunch of other shit that I was trying to do for her. I've talked about her before because this was like right before I really started getting into RP. I think that relationship is kind of what put me into the RP space. because I was just like rock bottom and like was ready to pretty much be on some super duper MGTOW shit. But my mom noticed how much I was going all out for her and wasn't really getting much in return. And my mom came to me and spoke about it, and she got on my ass about it, the same way Hefe just said so in the video. So I just wanted to stop that there. I apologize, man. Let's keep it moving, man.
And for a bunch of you to be psych majors, I don't understand why some of you don't get the fact that words have meaning. There are definitions to words for a reason.
Their narcissism won't allow them to see that. Their narcissism think that everyone else get affected but them. Everyone else, the rule applies to everyone else but them.
I have a problem with this whole idea that the man needs to like the woman more than the woman likes the man. I don't understand that. Why we can't like each other equally? I know it's I've heard it my entire life. You supposed to like a man more than he likes you.
Well, you heard that your entire life?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've never heard that.
Because you're not a girl.
Okay.
Facts. I've heard that too. One of the relationship advice that I got when I was younger is make sure a man loves you more than you love him. Never tell a man how much money you make. Always you hide the money under the mattress and all those toxic ass relationship advice. And then I look at the women who tell me that advice and their relationships aren't, I mean, it's not a relationship that I would want. So it's like they continue to pass on their toxic mindset to young girls. It's not until as an adult I stop to say like, wait, I do not want that kind of negative relationship. I do not want to be hiding things from my husband or living from a place of fear, scarcity, and lack. Like, come on now. Ew.
I mean, that's
make
just,
a whole lot of sense then, I
that's
guess.
the reality of it. I'm sure most women have heard that saying, you're not supposed to like a man more than he likes you because you'll get hurt. Not necessarily about the way that the man treats you, but more, it was most specifically for me, in my experience at least, it was most specifically about you getting hurt. Because
a lot of women were raised to be bitter. Yeah.
Was this adult women?
Yes,
was this
absolutely.
friends?
No, adult women, grown-ups.
Man.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I am deeply madly in love with this man, and he is also deeply madly in love with me.
Exactly.
In my mind, on the surface, I get the concept that as a woman, you are seeking a man that likes you more than you like him in an effort to guard your heart.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. But if you're going after the right man, or you allow yourself to be approached by the right man, then it's not gonna matter. If you guys like each other the same, then it's gonna work out like it's supposed to. I think the problem, and this is just my humble opinion, I think where this saying comes from is women who go after men who really don't like them.
Okay.
And
Not
that is the pattern. Instead of advising young girls, hey, go after men who are men of value, men who will like you, men who will respect you, men who will look out for you and value you, they go after these dusties who don't treat them right, who just go and give them multiple kids and allow them to raise the kids on their own. And then they pass that trauma down to young girls and say, oh, well, make sure he likes you more than you. Because as the other content creator has said, it's a power of control. If somebody likes you more than you like them, then you have control over them. You can say jump and they're just going to say how high. A man like that, we cannot respect because we do not like simps.
That the woman likes you. Well, I guess technically the woman does like the man more than he likes her because he actually doesn't really like her. He just in it for the fun of it. So if you're seeking something like that, then absolutely your feelings are going to get hurt. You're not going to get treated like you should. But if you both like each other, if it's reciprocal.
I was just about to say, that's why reciprocity is important. I mean,
things work out just fine.
Seems like a no-brainer to me.
I can't say I don't understand it because, again, I just explained that I do understand it. But again, if you're going after, and that's on both sides, if you're seeking a partner that is also seeking the same things that you are, then reciprocity is going to happen and the relationship is going to be equally balanced as far as attraction, physical, emotional, mental, all those levels of attraction will all fold in together and mesh and come together for a beautiful relationship.
I agree with this 1000%. again, bro, this is such bad advice. And here's my thing. Why is it so difficult for a woman to like a man that likes her? Because when I hear Shira Seven giving out this type of advice, basically what it sounds to me like what she's saying is deal with the men that you really don't like, but they like you enough to where they're gonna go out of their way and they're gonna jump through the hoops. They're gonna go through the obstacle courses. You feel me? They're gonna deal with your bullshit. They're gonna deal with your snake. It's like essentially it seems like you're telling these women to pick the men that you don't really like and you don't respect, because those are the men that you're going to be able to control, and you're not going to have to worry about actually have to putting in any type of effort to sustain that relationship. And it sounds very one-sided. And I can tell you this, in today's climate, with all the information and reaction channels and stuff that's coming out, I don't really see, even if they come across a man like that, I don't think those men will put up with that shit for too long. And to be honest with you, this is another way how women create the men that they complain about, because deep down, a lot of men want to be able to do those things, do those nice things for their woman, and um, take them out, show them a good time, be there for them emotionally, and everything. But if you're not showing that man any respect in return, and he starts noticing that everything is one-sided, eventually, like I said earlier, he's going to either explode or he's going to walk away.
Because what about going for someone who loves you as equally as you love them? But again, that just exposes that all the men that Shira Seven will advise her audience to go after are men who they don't respect. Because you're not going to respect a man who you can run over. Like no woman, because of hypergamy, no woman on this earth can respect a man that she can control.
No.
And we already know respect comes before love, because you can love somebody and if you don't respect them, the relationship is in jeopardy.
A lot of you don't want relationships. A lot of you just want control over someone. I'm so tired of some of you making the talking point that you need to be in a relationship where someone loves you more than you love them. Please tell me how that makes sense. Why would you want someone to love you more than you love them? Why would you waste your time? Why wouldn't you want to love someone as equally as they love you?
It's like y'all don't watch
Snap. One-sided relationships so it can make you feel secure. That's it. That's all. Whenever you take advice from people, say, my grandma told me that the man got to love you more than you love him. Grandma just telling you because she don't want to see you get your heart broken out here, which is respectable. But at the same time, imagine you had a son and he was in a relationship where that woman didn't love him as much as he loved her. You would lose your mind and tell your son to get away from that girl because how toxic and manipulating she is, right?
Exactly. And then not only that, but it exposes grandma's trauma and her insecurity, because if you're secured in yourself, you would want to be in a relationship where you guys are equally loving each other. I don't understand the mindset behind needing somebody to be obsessed with you, needing somebody to love you more. It just exposes that not only you do not bring any value to the relationship, but you are insecure as hell.
Y'all can sit up here and say you want therapy. You can sit up here and say you found your peace. No, you just want a relationship where you have full control, so this person disrespects himself to love you while you don't have to do nothing in return. That makes you feel good knowing that this person has you on a pedestal and you don't have to put in the same effort to be in that relationship. Now, what does that say about you?
Narcissism, and it exposes not only Shira 7, because I'm gonna back it from Shira 7, because for the life of me, I do not believe that Shira 7 is living what she is preaching. I do not believe that Shira 7 is living in the reality that she's talking about on social media. So I'm gonna back it away from her and I'm gonna focus on her audience. The women who gravitate to this kind of message, the women who feel comfortable hearing this kind of message, you gravitate to a talking point of saying that a man is supposed to love you more, you're the problem. It's exposing your insecurity. It's exposing that you need some help. It is exposing that you are narcissist. And that's why y'all love to talk about, oh, my ex was a narcissist, my baby daddy was a narcissist. All of y'all getting pregnant for all these narcissists out here.
Oh
But
my
you're the one
God.
that has the traits of a narcissist.
I was little, my mom would always tell me this: make sure you fall in love with a man that loves you more. I didn't understand that at the time because I was like, no, but I want to love him equally. Now as an adult, it all makes sense. You should fall in love with a man that loves you more, because he's going to spend a lifetime making sure that you know that. He's not going to look anywhere else. He's going to make sure that you're happy, that you're taken care of, that each and every day you know how much he loves you. When you love a man more than he loves you, that's a recipe for disaster, because you're constantly chasing him. You're constantly wanting to please him. You're constantly trying to figure out ways for him to stay.
Wait, so with that logic, it's okay if he's constantly trying to please you. It's okay if he's trying to chase you. It's okay if he's trying to find ways to make you stay. But as soon as you have to do what he's doing, it's a problem.
Yeah. Right. See, this it's so funny to me, man. This shit is hilarious, bro. When to hear these women just say this shit out loud, proudly on the internet, as if like men aren't paying attention, aren't hearing this shit, aren't listening to this shit. I can tell you right now, bro, those men are going to stay away from women that are taking in that type of advice. They just are, bro. Especially any woman that's listening to Shira77, because she's basically telling y'all to deal with the men that you don't like, all for the sake of being put on a pedestal, man. Being put on a damn I'm like, I don't understand how women can think that they can sustain a relationship if they don't respect the man that they're with. If you don't respect the man that you're with, how long do you expect him to put up with the disrespect? Like, let's be for real here. We got to have some damn common sense when it comes to this conversation. It doesn't make any sense to me. But y'all let me know what you think, man. I'll make sure I leave the link in the description. Shout out to Chantel Simone, as always. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button, because that's with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel as well as the live show channel. Both links are in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.